Do a fast recap on the video that I titled "How Did They Get Everything Wrong?" All right, it's based on the recommendations from the last 100 years, and if I had to explain what happened in the last 100 years, nutrition-wise, is lies told, truth forgotten. Okay, that would be a wonderful title of a book discussing what the heck happened to us nutritionally in the last 100 years. First thing that went wrong, 1900, we started to produce vegetable oils. These are actually seed oils. They're highly fabricated. You have pressure. You need heat. You need solvents. You need to extract the resins from the seeds, throw out the seeds, deodorize, bleach, filter out, evaporate the solvents. These are the soybean oils. These are the sunflower seed oils that sound so healthy. The canola, the vegetable, the corn. All of these, if it's not avocado, olive, or coconut, or the concentrated MCTs from coconut oil, don't touch them. They're highly inflammatory. Even without all the solvent garbage and the mutations, it is also a high omega-6 seed, and you get too much omega-6 and you throw your omega-3 to omega-6 ratio out of whack, and you become pro-inflammatory, therefore aggravating any of the inflammatory diseases, which are all inflammatory, even cardiac disease. So avoid vegetable oils. It's inflaming you. This is what's inflaming, or one of the important factors that are inflaming the walls of your vessels, causing micro tears, requiring repairs. But because the molecules such as LDL, for example, who are trying to help the vessels heal, they become damaged too from the high insulin levels because of what we eat, high carb diets, the frequency that we're being encouraged to eat, so that we always have a certain amount of insulin instead of letting it go to baseline, causing insulin resistance for us, okay? The avoidance of what actually builds our body, protein and fat, which nourishes us and has a appetite controlling effect because of the leptin response that tells us when we're full, all right? So working with fats, working with proteins, working with a nice foundation of healthy green vegetables that are low in carbohydrates if you're trying to do the ketogenic diet. Saturated fat is only a problem if you're having high carbs and fat, because fat becomes only necessary for the building blocks and not for fuel. But if you restrict the carbohydrates and you're working with fat, fat is going to be used for material and for fuel. It's not going to hang around, it's not going to be fattening, and it's not going to be a problem. And carbs metabolism is a lot more inflammatory than any fat metabolism occurs, okay? It's a natural process to use our fat stores, and humans went from fasting to fed, so they went from one extreme to the other. They didn't do calorie restriction and frequent meals. That totally sets off your metabolism. So vegetable oils, avoid. Start eating fats and meats is what we're made of, okay? Micronutrients are important, but it shouldn't be the main amount of volume of food, okay? Fuel and micronutrients. We need macronutrients and also building blocks and fuel also, but you know, there's two pathways. There's fat metabolism and carb metabolism. We can live on fat metabolism, and we can produce our own carbohydrates. Forget about cholesterol. Think of creating a nice environment in your blood that's low in oxidative stress and low in hypertension. This is what will protect your LDL from killing you, because you completely oxidized them and ruined the molecules and ruined your vessels. It's inflammation. Reduce inflammation. Reduce carb load. Reduce insulin spikes. This is all we got to do, okay? The hypertension will go down. The weight will be lost. The insulin resistance will reverse itself. Everything will be fine with your heart, okay? That's what you need to do.